Happy Father's Day, Snerds! Today we're celebrating the black dads who raised us, inspired us, and occasionally threatened to turn this car around in pop culture.
From the wisdom and life lessons of Uncle Phil to the neighborhood dad energy of Carl Winslow, we're breaking down some of the most iconic black fathers to ever grace our screens.
And we're not doing it alone. Joining us for this Father's Day special are Matt Scott and Mari Forth from the Wrestling Kickback Podcast to help us settle some legendary debates.
Because today, we're putting these fathers head-to-head in a series of this or that matchups that might have you rethinking who really deserves a seat at the Father's Day cookout.
Are you Team Floyd Henderson, the hard-working single father who somehow kept Marcus and TJ in line while running a business?
Or Team Ray Campbell, who stepped up and proved that being a dad isn't about biology, but about showing up every day?
All that and more, including special guests Matt and Mari,
on today's episode of the Black and Snerdy Podcast.
Yeah, click.
Adam has arrived.
Hey, Maurice and Odie gonna take over like Zach and Cody. Black and Snerdy is the best podcast. Gonna boom like Wile E. Coyote. Gonna meet magic, they move like they hairy. Ain't talking about mental health. No, it's not scary. You know that she coming up with the astrology. Mo got a comic and that's the best policy. Maurice the goat, talking about animation cause you know. Odie, she moving wavy like the boat. Watching some movies and she's taking notes. Yeah, kick back, listen. Black and Snerdy have risen. Upload on a mission. 5 stars, never dissing. Black and Snerdy, ooh. Black and Snerdy, yeah. Black and Snerdy.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Black and Snerdy Podcast, the only podcast where two sexy black nerds get together to shoot the shit. I am Mo, aka Kid Licorish.
And I'm Odie.
And together we are the aforementioned Snerds here on episode 193 of the Black and Snerdy Podcast. I'm going to do that over again. I had the volume down because I had a job interview and I did not want air horns to be going off to the person who holds me being gainfully employed in fate, you know.
I think that you should have kept them so that whenever time you said something, you'd be like, I feel like that would have set it off.
Honestly, that's probably the reason why I haven't been hired through these interviews yet. I just haven't been including air horns.
You should have been like, when they asked you, well, what are your salary requirements?
A lot.
That's a really good one. or if they give me the salary range that is different from the one that's posted and it's well below what I'm looking for.
Miss me with that bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which honestly would be probably almost every job application.
Honestly, it's
because
after a certain point, it was kind of like, oh, you know, I'm going to find a job that's more than what I was making last time. And then after like a month, it was like, all right, I'll find something comparable. And then after a month, it was like, I'll dip down 5,000. And then after a month, it was like 10,000, I guess. So now it's like, oh, I guess I'll work at Best Buy.
Whatever you got, I'm taking it.
And that's not shade at Best Buy, even though I was always Team Circuit City. You know, I'm a blood.
Is Circuit City still around?
No, it's not. It went out of business. Right? It went out of business. I know that because I was working at Circuit City when it went out of business. It's probably because you allowed your employees to spend the entirety of Black Friday in the back, and anytime a supervisor would come into the back and see what you were doing, you would just get up and just say, "Oh, I'm just coming off of my break," until they leave, and then you sit back down and continue to either sleep or watch reruns of Bernie Mac.
I wish that I had that type of job.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect, actually.
It was perfect,
That's
honestly.
exactly what I would love to be doing.
I would love to be doing that, too. Real quick, how are you doing?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, same.
It's been a very long day. School with these kids and their shenanigans.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited for today's episode.
Me too.
Because we have some special guests today.
Not only do we have some special guests entering the, what have we been calling it? The Snerdiverse?
The Snerdiverse. I like that. I don't know. We haven't been calling it that, but I like it.
Yeah, they are entering the annals of the Snerdiverse. For a little bit of backstory, we have been on their podcast several times. So it's about damn time that they come onto ours.
We had to switch it up.
We did have to switch it up, and it's about damn time. Entering the annals of the Black and Snerdyverse, the host of Pod Friends and co-host of the Pride Has Spoken, as well as the co-host of Crime Scene Podcast and Recap Kickback, and they're both collectively together, the duo of them are the hosts of the Wrestling Kickback. We have Matt Scott and Mari Forth.
That was a great intro.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And Mari, this feels wrong. We have to follow you.
I know. I know, right? I was like, oh, we're the guests now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, y'all are the captains now.
You're the
captains.
Yeah. Look at me.
Welcome to our house.
So glad to be here. So glad to be here.
Oh my God, do I have to take my shoes off?
Yeah, a little. You do. That is a shoe-free home.
Yeah, it's a shoe-free home.
As long as I can keep my socks on.
Yes, please. We have slippers for you. We have slides for everyone who comes.
I never understand people who go over people's houses and like they just won't have socks on, but they have shoes on.
Some folks don't.
It's summer. It's summer.
Only reason I wouldn't have socks on is if I'm wearing sandals.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
but I feel like sandals are okay to wear in the house if you don't have socks.
No.
Really?
No, they've been out in the streets.
Yeah,
fair
enough. You want to walk around these New York City streets and then come in here with your sandals. Personally, if you walk around in flip-flops all day around New York City and you come in here with your black bottoms of your feet, you need to go wash your and go start walking around my house.
Facts.
Because that's
gross.
It's gross. It's a no-no.
That's a fact. That's absolutely.
When I come home, I look at the bottom of my feet and I say, let me wash these off real quick. Yeah. Because you don't want that black dirt going all around your house. We're going to put that in your bed?
Yeah.
This is not a freaking Disney Channel TV show where people just walk around their homes in their outside clothes, sitting on their bed, putting their shoes on their couch.
Yeah, it's not a Scooby-Doo mystery where you see the footprints leading into the other room.
So footprint straight into the shower. Gotcha. Okay.
Exactly. That's the only place I should see them.
Yes. But thank y'all for joining us today on this awesome episode. I wanted to ask y'all, because I'm not even sure we've ever talked about this off mic. How did y'all actually like meet?
That's a great question. I mean, we met, so it was 6 years ago that Mari and I were each not knowing each other, but interviewing for Rob Has a Podcast, RHAP's class of 2020. So we just applied to become podcasters. I don't even know if Mari and I have talked about like why we each applied. We probably did a long time ago at some point. But we met through that when we were both selected. And then Mari was like, oh, I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a wrestling nerd. And I was like, Mari, let me slide into your DMs because I'm also a wrestling nerd. And the rest is history.
Nice.
Yes.
Was that accurate, Mari, or did I misremember all of it?
No, that's perfect. Like Matt said, we were lucky. We were a part of the chosen few to become a part of the RHAP class of 2020, and even fewer still who actually stuck around and managed to get our own show on the network. The network did like the talent search, and it basically gave us a foot in the door, and then it was up to us to kind of like kick it open. So when we both found out that we were wrestling again nerds, we were like, okay, hi. It basically was like, hi. Hi, I'm Matt. We both watch wrestling. Let's come up with a wrestling show and pitch it to Rob. And that's exactly what we did. And throughout the years, our wrestling podcast had changed so much. We got into a good rhythm, and then the network, we ended up splitting from the network for the wrestling, and a lot of things happened. Like we said, it's been 6 years. So in that time frame, I've had a whole nother baby. We've gone to shows together, wrestling shows together.
Yeah,
we both
WrestleMania.
Yes, we went to WrestleMania together.
Yeah.
We both live in DC. We are
WrestleMania, or was that right after?
Oh, she was so pregnant during WrestleMania.
I was 9 months pregnant at WrestleMania. I was 9 months pregnant.
I didn't even know that was possible. Well, I knew it was possible to be 9 months pregnant, but not at WrestleMania. Yeah, it was freezing, but it was a great time. We were in it together, right, Mari? That made it all okay.
And now, no matter what, we are in it thick and thin. So the Wrestling Kickback came about because now, like, since I've had my daughter going on 2 years now, it's just, as you guys know, I know you guys have talked about it, wrestling has just not been as appealing to me. I take all the blame. I take the blame from Matt, because I'm like, I don't have the time to try and keep up with everything. And then not only that, but wrestling being on, like, it's on Netflix on one day, it's on CW the next day. You need ESPN Plus Tornado Premium subscription in order to watch the PLEs. Like, it's too much to keep up with, and it just has been very hard to kind of get back into it. So now for Wrestling Kickback, you guys are we love having you guys on as guests. So now we kind of do it intermittently when we have something to talk about. So yeah, it's just been fun. But other than that, we both, like you guys had said, we both have separate podcasts from each other that are going really strong. But we're always collabing on something.
Well, I feel like us, Matt and Mari and Matt. I feel like it's Matt and Mari, though. Let's be real. For whatever reason, because Mari's like the host of things and I'm her co-host. Like, I'm supporting character for Mari. I'm happy to do it. But it's interesting because the two of us goes like way beyond the Wrestling Kickback to Crime Scene to all the other things that we do. So that's so special. You know, Mari's always going to be my favorite co-host. Don't ask her who her favorite co-host is. She'll probably say someone else. But
I have still not answered that question, and I will never answer that question.
Or you auditioned for the Rob has a podcast.
Yeah.
Were you doing podcasting prior, or was that the first time?
Mari, how about you? I mean, I can. Okay. So I was doing like I'll tell you, because we were trying to defer to each other. It's a whole thing. I was doing like a lot of stuff in the content world. Like in 2017, I started interviewing people over Zoom, like and putting them out as podcasts that like no one was listening to, and that was mostly interviewing change makers, which is really aligned with the work I was doing. So that was comfortable. Like, I did public speaking, and so the world of podcasting, as opposed to Mari, like the world of podcasting for me is really adjacent to my work professionally, and I've even done some of it professionally, but not about, RHAP is all about reality TV and unscripted TV. And so I was not talking about any of those things. So that was completely new. But Mari, had you done any podcasting before that?
So it's kind of funny, right? The short answer is no. But the long answer is I was trying to get into it. So it was around 2016 that I was introduced to the RHAP community, and I started listening to like their Big Brother coverage, their Survivor coverage, all that stuff. And I was like, man, I talk a lot. I think I would be really good at podcasting.
Some might say too much, yeah.
Yeah, too much, yes. And so it was so funny. There's a few things. So you guys, me and Mo go back all the way to college and OD too. But like some of our mutual friends, my friend Patty, my friend Brittany, we tried to do a Bachelorette podcast. We tried doing when Rachel Lindsay was a Bachelorette, like the first Black Bachelorette. We recorded like 2 episodes of that, and when I tell you that first episode was so good, like my light just died. Like that first Bachelorette episode that we did, it was great. Because we were talking about a whole bunch of things, but just honestly, our schedules just never could align. And I'm the type of person, like, if I can't do it, like, I had a vision, I want to do it weekly, I want to do it like consistently. And if we can't do that, I'm just not going to do it, especially if I was putting a lot of effort into it. So didn't do that there. Then me, James, my husband James, and his friend Havan, who Matt has met, came on our wrestling podcast. We were all talking about doing a wrestling podcast together. We had a concept, we had everything. We never actually ended up recording because
thank God. I almost got scooped.
Yeah, James is just now getting over that. Me leaving my husband to do a wrestling podcast with a stranger,
with another man.
It just, again, I felt like I was gonna have to put in more work than I wanted to, so I just was like, no. Then I had a friend on Twitter who his name was Logan. Me and him connected on Big Brother. We were going to come up with a podcast together. We recorded a podcast, and that was just one-off episode. And that was literally right before the RHAP put out the notice. So I applied for RHAP. Me and Logan thought we were going to do something. I got picked for RHAP. He didn't. And so that's when I went to RHAP. Shout out to Logan and the Cup podcast. He basically runs a whole network over there. So if you like reality TV, you can go over to the Cup podcast, CUP podcast, and they do a lot of reality TV coverage over there. So he has his own thing. So RHAP was basically my introduction to podcasting, like on an actual scale and an actual consistent scale. And once I got in there, I was like really trying to make sure that I wasn't leaving.
No, right. And I'll even say, like, it's interesting because when RHAP put up the call for podcasters, like, it was right after everything with George Floyd, and Rob was like, we can't, we have too many white people here, like, we need some other. So I mean, basically, so, you know, but I think what's so cool about that is that while we were all, like, I would say like 50 of us, Mari, probably were like put in a tough position as being like the diversity in these podcasts. Like we, you know, especially for me and Mari being there, like people know us like as us so much more than that, which is really cool. But I think like for me, it was interesting because I went in thinking like, okay, I want to be there to talk about social change issues, like address those issues that come up, because that was comfortable for me. And now like I end up talking about like people riding bananas covered in slop on Big Brother, and it was like a whole messy, weird thing. But, you know, we're here. We're still here.
We are here.
Honestly. Exactly. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
No, I was just saying that, like, honestly, like, it warms my heart. We've been doing this since 2021. I had previous podcast experience doing different projects. And then, like, we'd known each other for a long time. We wanted to do a project together. And, like, that is what I love about the sort of podcast space, especially like the Black podcast space, is that, you know, you never know where it's going to take you. Like, y'all are doing like 50 different podcasts at once. I do not know how y'all find the time to do anything. But like I say all that to say, like, I'm super happy that y'all were able to squeeze a slither of time in your busy schedules to, you know, come join us for a little bit.
Are you kidding? Like, this is the best part of what we get to do, because the first year that Mari and I were podcasting together with the Wrestling Wrap Up, which really became the Wrestling Kickback in its evolution, we just felt like we had to cover and talk about every single thing in wrestling, and it just wasn't fun to do it like that. We're doing like 3-hour podcasts, and I think what's cool is like we've managed to hold on to the things that we love about it and do it when we want to do it. Mari usually says something like, "It's our party and we do want to." I don't know if that was her or someone else, Miley Cyrus. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay.
Party in the USA.
Yeah, party in the USA. But this time I'm gonna tell y'all it's our party and we get to do what we want. And this time around, we are doing the same thing that we did for our special Mother's Day episode. We are taking a look at the iconic Black father figures within the culture, within pop culture, on a special edition of This or That. Yep.
I wasn't expecting the music to stop right there either.
Nobody has stopped us from using it, so we're going to keep using it.
Yeah.
And we are starting the first round of This or That with TV sitcom dads.
Oh.
And we're going to lead with two of the, I would say, most iconic sitcom dads. I'm talking about Philip Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and
Banks.
Carl Winslow from Family Matters.
Philip Banks.
Uncle Phil.
Yes. So
R.I.P. Uncle Phil.
R.I.P.
First things first.
Hold on. I think I actually have a drop for that.
Take a shot.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't. It's okay. It's okay. We don't have to do that.
All right. Don't take a shot? Okay.
But yeah, it's okay.
You gotta take a shot whenever he mentions a drop.
Yeah.
I'll be your dad, Will. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay. Philip Banks, of course, Uncle Phil from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, played by the incredible R.I.P. of James Avery.
Mm-hmm.
He was, a successful judge and patriarch of the Banks family. He serves as a powerful, often stern, but ultimately loving father figure for his children and nephew, Will Smith.
And of course, then you have Carl Winslow.
Yes, Carl Winslow is who's played by Reginald Vell Johnson. Carl Winslow is a Chicago police officer, devoted husband, and patient father of three. The sensible, hardworking center of the family, he served as the comedic straight man to neighbor Steve Urkel. That's so Carl Winslow and Uncle Phil, Philip Banks. We're gonna
Philip Banks.
Thank you. We're gonna go around and see where we land. I'm going to start with Mari. What are your thoughts on Philip Banks and Carl Winslow, and where do you ultimately lie?
This is actually very hard, right? Because this is, like you said, the two. These are the fathers you think of when you think of like Black TV sitcom fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Philip Banks is just an icon. And the representation in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air of like upper middle class Black people is so needed and so appreciated in the community. And then on the flip side, you have Carl Winslow, basically the working man. You know, we all was like, oh, he's a police officer. We didn't care when we were kids. We were like, he was just so nice, down to earth. That family just felt that felt like the average middle class family with the annoying ass neighbor. So it's like, how do you really choose? The reason why I'm going to go with Philip Banks is just because there was more life lessons with him kind of stick with you as a viewer, you know what I'm saying? Especially like with and him being not only a father to his own kids, but a father to Will. You know, that being kind of like the crux of his character. I have to go with Philip Banks.
All right, well, number one for Philip Banks.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Where do you lie, Matt, and why?
This is a really tough matchup, and I wish you really hadn't done it like this. But you know what? I'll say, just to speak up for Carl Winslow for a second. I mean, the situations that he was in and that family was in were just so much more down to earth, I feel like, than the ones that they were in on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And obviously two very different families. And here's what I was thinking about coming into this. Are we judging based on like who we think the better father is? Are we judging? What are we judging based on? But, you know,
your own criteria.
Yes,
Uncle Phil. Well,
yeah.
Uncle Phil will always have a place in my heart. But because I'm a contrarian and have to be opposite of Mari in this case, despite the fact that he's a cop, despite the fact that he, you called him patient earlier, but he did not have that much patience for Steve. He did let Steve put that little transformation. Yeah, but in the case of Uncle Phil, that wasn't a problem. So I'm gonna have to go with Carl Winslow here, but specifically because I feel like he was in a lot of life or death situations as a cop. I don't remember them specifically, but I'll give it to him because I feel like Uncle Phil had a little bit more of a cushy fatherhood experience. Sure.
Odie, where do you lie in the Carl Winslow and Uncle Phil debate?
So obviously this is difficult because we grew up with both of these men. Right. However, I will say ACAB. I cannot pick the police officer over the lawyer.
Sure. You mean the judge?
The judge.
Yeah.
The judge. I mean, judges.
They both could have been cops.
They could have, but he wasn't. All right. Ooh. And I feel that Philip Banks had a lot more not pro-blackness, but he definitely was. We know he was an activist. I forgot what was they used to call him, Bubba, or not? His mom used to call him Bubba. But what is it? There's that one friend that came down. She was super pro-black activist, and then he had a little nickname. So he was about that life. I feel like he went to law school because he saw what was going on in the judicial system. He wanted to be the change that he could. He joined and he said, I'm going to make sure that everyone who sees me in front of the court is going to get a fair trial. And I think that even though it's hard to change systems from within, I think he was doing it. And we saw him be the father that everyone needed. We saw him love on Will. We saw him love on his wife, both of them.
I was going to bring that up. You don't have a problem with him just swapping one out for the other?
Listen, that wasn't his fault.
Well, it's okay if they share the same name.
But I think also, I feel like I think I did enjoy Fresh Prince more than I enjoyed Family Matters, because both of them had wives that disappeared. But I think the storylines in Fresh Prince were better for Uncle Phil. And I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah. Sure.
Although Reginald Bell Johnson did have a booming rap career. And he was
and a great run on Dancing with the Stars.
He did.
I did not know that.
Yeah. As far as me, I'm going to make this very quick. Yeah, I'm going with Uncle Phil for two primary reasons. Number one, I will never forget the episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will's father comes back and, proves that, hey, he truly ain't shit. And then that very final scene where Will breaks down, he has that whole monologue rant and he just starts crying. He's like, why doesn't he want me, man? And I read that behind the scenes that James Avery, that wasn't in the script for James Avery to embrace him like that. But he actually saw the actor Will Smith actually getting into it and feeling it, and his natural instinct was to hug him. So that will always stick with me. But the second reason is because Carl Winslow is an ineffective Chicago cop in the 90s who is supposed to be a police officer in Chicago in the 90s, but cannot figure out how to stop a teenage boy from creating nonsense and causing all sorts of property in his house and, constantly harassing his daughter. He's just as ineffective, and therefore Uncle Bill wins.
I agree with that. I feel like Uncle Phil is the better father, but I'm just going to say I feel like Family Matters shined a light on the ineffective police department in Chicago. So we were getting a lot out of that. Yeah.
Very true. So it looks like we got 3 for Philip Banks and one soul for.
Honestly, it's like 3.5. Let's be real here. 3.5 for Phil.
That's okay.
Stand on business.
Stand on business.
I won't. Not for that one.
Okay, it's okay. We're going to move right along. Floyd Henderson from Smart Guy and Ray Campbell from Sister. Now, I'm going to be fully transparent with this as far as these lineups are concerned. Floyd Henderson and Ray Campbell have somewhat, I would say there's some overlap, but like a little bit different as far as like father styles are concerned. The primary reason why I chose them is that both of their characters have children who are Maoris. That's primarily it.
That's what we did. That was my thought.
Both of them had children that were Maoris, but both of them had children that were super smart Maoris. So there was some overlap. Sure. Well, actually, technically,
was Tamara the smart one?
No, Tamara was not the smart one. That was Tia, but he was raising her. He was raising both of them.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, Floyd Henderson, he is, I believe, a construction worker. He has his own business. He's a widower, all right, raising these two boys after his wife has passed away. And while his two boys and his daughter,
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
After his wife passes away, and then also the neighborhood dad to his sons. He is taking care of them. He's figuring life out. And he has this son who is a super genius, which is something that I feel like any parent would have difficulty with, because I know when a student asks you a question and you don't know the answer to it, that's fucking hard. So I can't imagine it being your child talking about what's y equals mx plus b or whatever. And you're like, I have no clue. I haven't done this type of math. This is new math. I don't know how to do it. Leave me alone. And then Ray Campbell, he went from being a single father who I believe also had his own business. Perhaps I can't even remember what he did, but he had this daughter who he had adopted. He is raising her, and then one day, taking her shopping, he bumps into her twin and her loud ass, fun ass, joyful ass mother,
big ass mama,
and decides
not in a negative way.
In a good way. There's no negativity to thickness.
Yeah.
Right? Thick thighs.
No.
Absolutely.
And so decides not only am I going to ensure that my daughter's twin is in her life, but I am also going to welcome this family into my home. Huge home, by the way, in Detroit. Lovely. I'm going to welcome them into the home, and we're going to take care of them and raise them together. And raising one teen is hard enough. Now bringing in a second one that doesn't even have the same like parental fear that you might have instilled in the other one, that's a lot.
Yeah, so we're going to start off this round with Mari. Where do you lie?
Wow.
Floyd
Mari, go for it.
Okay, that's fine.
Ray Campbell. Who you choosing?
So all great points, right? Ray Campbell does welcome in strangers into his big old home, but I'm sorry, he complains a lot about it. All he's doing is trying to steal their joy, and he has fun moments, but he is the proverbial stick in the mud.
Yes.
Floyd Henderson is an amazing man. He works hard, blue collar, and he supports his son like no matter what he's supporting. TJ would say the craziest things to him that he just would not understand, and he'd be like, you know what, you can do it. You like, no matter what, he saw his son's potential and stood 10 toes down behind him. And then not only that, also raising two other kids where his oldest son just tried to get up to no good, just always. His knuckleheaded friend
Marcus,
always up to no good. Yes. And so I'm giving my point to Floyd Henderson because he did the best he could with those kids. And What was Evan Essence Atkinson's character name?
Right.
Oh, let me find it because I was trying to Atkins, but I couldn't think of what her name was.
I can't remember what her name is in the show, but honorable mention to her because she was the oldest sister, I believe, so she kind of had to step up and take care of like the mom kind of roles in that house. But Floyd did everything, huh?
Vet.
Yeah. And there were I remember there were episodes where Floyd is like, I am sitting here busting my butt so you guys can go to school. What was it like? Marcus did something so stupid, and I think he like almost went to jail or something like that. And Floyd is like, why would you do this? Like, I'm trying my hardest here. So I'm giving my point to Floyd Henderson, even though like Sister is one of my favorite shows of all time. But if we're going bar for bar, dad for dad, it has to be Floyd Henderson here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt, where do you seem to have some thoughts on this?
No, I have the same thought. Really. Like, I love Sister, but like Ray really dragged the rest of them down. He was just like the stick in the mud, and I can't defend him. But like Floyd Henderson, single dad to a genius, fostering the genius. Like, I feel like that ages really well too. So I won't even. Mari said all the things, but I'm gonna give it to Floyd.
I'm gonna give mine also to Floyd. I think that like Mari said, I love Sister so much. Like, that was the first time really having representation of Black girls on TV with like curly, kinky hair and not having perms until they did it in the last few seasons. But like, I feel like him being such an open-minded father and showing this family of just varieties of Blackness. Like, it didn't matter. Like, you were maybe a super overachiever. Maybe you're just a regular smart kid. Maybe you're just a kid who's kind of fledgling a little bit and you need some extra help. But he was always supportive. He was always there. And also, he was doing it alone. I feel like he may have gotten a girlfriend or something towards the end of the third season. But honestly, I don't know if it was everything that ever stuck. But like Ray, one, he was a complainer, and two, he had Lisa Landry there to help him to raise these girls. So my vote is going with Floyd Henderson.
As for me, honestly, I'm gonna pull the contrarian. I gotta stick up for Ray. Because first off, Ray Campbell, he was a self-made entrepreneur and he owned and operated his own business, Ray's Limo Service.
Yes.
And then
that's what it was. Yeah.
And later in the series, he expanded his career into politics and successfully ran for state senator.
He did.
If I am like his kind of mode of that kind of entrepreneur and like that kind of mind, like, you damn right I'm gonna do the right thing and have this woman and my daughter's twin sister move in with me, and I'm gonna complain about it because I get to. I work real hard. Like, I can't complain while doing the right thing. And honestly, there's not a lot of people who do that.
But also, though, his daughter, out of the two of them, was the one who was full of shenanigans. So was he really doing the right thing, or was he just having all this money, having all this, like, whatever accolades and all that?
Yeah.
Was he not paying attention to the daughter who's constantly trying to just super entitled, never grateful, always a fucking shenanigan again and again and again. She they let them go to Freaknik and almost had Tamara or Tia, whichever the one she was, out there lost.
Well, I'm still riding for my man Ray Campbell. That's just who I am.
I don't even think Tia and Tamara get along anymore. So I blame Ray Campbell.
Agreed. Fictional father for the real sisters not getting along.
Right.
Yeah. That's fair. That's
all Ray's fault.
All right. Well, you know what? That's fine. 3 for Floyd Henderson, 1 for Ray Campbell. I can totally live with that. And then finally, we are rounding out our TV sitcom iconic fathers with Michael Kyle from My Wife and Kids and Andre Dre Johnson from Blackish.
Yeah.
Michael Kyle, obviously, Michael Kyle is from My Wife and Kids. He is played by the legend. Well, he's one of the many Wayans, Damon Wayans. Michael Kyle is a successful trucking company owner and patriarch of the Kyle family. His parenting style blends firm discipline with elaborate humor schemes to teach his children life lessons, a form of tough love, always rooted in comedy. Whereas Andre Dre Johnson is a successful advertising executive, raising his family in a predominantly white upper middle class suburb. A central theme is Dre's struggle to maintain his family connections to Black culture while enjoying the fruits of success, leading to frequent, often comedic explorations of race identity and assimilation. This round, I am going to start with Odie. Where do you lie in the debate of Michael, Kyle, and Dre Johnson? I think I know the answer, but I'm curious how this is going to go.
So this is interesting because I think both of these men are terrible husbands.
Thank you.
They're terrible husbands. They're okay fathers.
Bury that. Thank you.
Way that one of them, I don't know, like, so Dre, as you know, if you watch the show, I think Michael Kyle and his wife, Jay, they were high school sweethearts. And then they got pregnant, I think, during high school. He never went to college. And then he started his own trucking company. Dre, from the hood, struggled growing up, but then went to Howard, HU.
You know.
And so,
I don't know what you people do.
Among us.
But and so then he he is figuring out a way of creating this life of like abundance for his family, and then trying to keep them within the Black culture while also having like them living this extremely entitled life, which I think is usual for any Black person who is the first generation to be more upwardly mobile than the previous generation. You know, that's something that you always have to deal with. I'm gonna say, I don't want to pick either one of them,
but you have to.
But I have to.
The lesser of two evils. Yeah.
I might go with Michael Kyle.
Wow.
I think I might go with him. The Howardness of it all. It almost tilted it over. But I'm still pissed off that Dre let his son go to Howard for one little second and then send him off to that PWI to then become a Q dog and all that when he could have done that shit right over there at Howard. He could have deferred for 1 year, got his mind together, gone and talked to the lady to figure out what he needed, and then he could have got back onto campus. He didn't do that. He just let him fucking go off and decide to be at this white university. So I have a problem with that. Okay? And Michael Kyle, I feel like even though they were both bad husbands because they were always bothering their wives, one of the last two seasons they had where they had that whole issue where they like separated in Blackish after Bo had the baby and all that. I just didn't feel like Dre was as supportive as he needed to be. Your wife is a 40-something-year-old woman, just had a baby. She's going through postpartum, and you're fucking acting like an asshole. So no, I can't deal with it. And Michael Kyle did let his son and his girlfriend move into the house and help take care of their child. So I have to give that little extra bump to them. Maurice?
Oh, okay. Honestly,
I
think I have to side with you in this one and go with Michael Kyle. I was gonna go with Dre. My issue with Dre, and this is gonna sound extremely petty, like I'm a nerd. Mm-hmm. My dad knew that I was a nerd. Mm-hmm. And he was super supportive of it. Like, he not only was he super supportive of it, he encouraged the hell out of it. Mm-hmm. Dre tried to like just beat that nerdness out of him. Mm-hmm. First off, he saw it as like whiteness, which not accurate. Yeah. Blacks are not a monolith. We exist in all spectrums, multitudes and stuff. So for him to look at Junior and be like, oh, like, no, you gotta be this way or be that blacker way. Yeah, like it rubs me the wrong way. Michael Kyle never did that. Mm-hmm. And also, I just think that Michael Kyle's style of looking at his son and directly, affirming that the stupid things that he was doing was.
I was about to say.
Like, yeah, you need that.
You absolutely need that. Exactly. So I'm going with Michael Kyle. Matt, what are you choosing? Who are you choosing?
Well, HU.
You know?
No.
Depressing, I've ever heard.
Because why are you saying it? No,
that's like some stolen valor shit.
Exactly.
Oh, it is, but you went with it.
I did.
I know. You know what? I will say this. Mm-hmm. Like Michael Kyle, and I just think of like My Wife and Kids versus Blackish. I feel like My Wife and Kids was more like, I'll put it like this. I feel like Blackish was more like from the Black community outward, mm-hmm. where, it was like, it doesn't feel like it was like one of our shows as much, mm-hmm. even though Black is in the title, but it also was very visible. I was going to go on a rant about Anthony Anderson for a second, but it's fine. But I think the thing I appreciate about Dre is that, and about Blackish in general, is just that it because of the timing of it, it feels like there was a lot of like relevant conversations that were had that also kind of like broke through. But I'd be wrong to not go with Michael Kyle mm-hmm. and My Wife and Kids. But I'm going to be brave for a second, and I'm just going to I'm going to throw my vote to Dre, mm-hmm. mostly just because, someone has to, or not, but I feel like Mari's going to vote for Michael Kyle. So I'm going to, or maybe not. Maybe she'll surprise me. Maybe we'll be deadlocked.
All right, Mari, it falls on you.
Initially, I was like going to go with Dre. I really was.
Oh, I was already there, and then they convinced me.
You guys were very, very convincing, to be quite honest. Because honestly, just because this matchup is like the Battle of Dumb and Dumber. This is the battle between Homer and Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
Like, it's the battle of incompetence, weaponized incompetence versus just being stupid. So it's just kind of like which father is less horrible? Mm-hmm. And at first I thought it was Dre, but you guys definitely did make some really good points because yes.
But Mari, let me interrupt you to try to make a point here. Mm-hmm. Just because the father is horrible, but if we know he's horrible and that's part of the story, then does that make his character worth it? Because there are some horrible people out there who don't get it, who make the wrong decision. So is Dre representing what we shouldn't do?
But see,
thank you.
No,
it's my hold on,
folks.
But where's the lie?
but Odie did remind me that those last two seasons did piss me the hell off with
they were bad.
Their separation and how he was acting during the postpartum. Because if I remember correctly, I was like just freshly pregnant when they were going through all of that. So like. And then him trying to parent Deontay, right? Was the baby's baby's name was Devontae or Deontay, and they were talking about like how Black it
was. Devontae.
Was it Devontae? Yeah. So and like I said, like Dre literally feels like weaponized incompetence. Like he knew better, he just didn't do better. Meanwhile, Junior did not fall far from the tree. Like Junior was dumber than a box of rocks, but Michael was not but 2 or 3 intelligence points ahead of him. Like everything that Michael Kyle like would mess up as a father, it did feel like it was on accident. It was not on purpose. He genuinely would mess up, and then I feel like he would actually acknowledge his mistakes. Dre dodges accountability like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So I always knew these were 2 not that great fathers, but I do definitely have to give the edge to Michael because at least he wasn't doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So yet another round where it is 3-1. So that is absolutely fine. That ends our TV sitcom dad round. And before we move on to the next round, I just want to take a moment to address anybody who is currently watching this. You might have watched that round and thought, hey, you missed a very obvious, very iconic Black father in pop culture. Why didn't you do that? To which I would respond with, we did not do that on purpose because we on the Black and Snerdy podcast do not support monsters. Fuck that guy. I won't say his name because he doesn't deserve it. I don't give a fuck who he is or what he did and what importance he had to the history. He was a monster who used his power for evil, and he can go choke on a pudding pop for all I care.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
The worst father of them all.
Exactly. Next round, we're getting into TV dramas, and we're leading things off with Ghost from Power and Lucius Lyon from Empire. Of course, we have James Ghost St. Patrick from Power, played by Omari Hardwick. Ghost is a ruthless, intelligent drug kingpin attempting to leave his criminal life to become a legitimate nightclub owner and family man. His character is defined by the violent struggle between his ambition for a clean future and his inescapable pull of his past. And then we have, of course, Lucius Lyon from Empire, acted, of course, by Terrence Howard, who has interesting thoughts about math. Lucius Lyon is the charismatic and cutthroat CEO of the Empire Entertainment, a hip-hop music and entertainment company, a former drug dealer and artist who built his empire from nothing. And the series follows his efforts to secure his legacy while his entire family, which includes 3 sons and ex-wife Cookie, vie for control. We are going to start things off with Mari. Where does your allegiance lie as far as fathers?
Oh, no.
When I think that these fathers can't get worse, you just keep pulling out worse and worse fathers.
It only gets amazing.
Worse. So is it the father whose son ends up following in his footsteps and becoming a horrible killer drug dealer, or the father who is like literally homophobic? All of his kids hate him. His wives hate him. Everybody was hoping he would die. When they found out he wasn't dying, they was like, "Can't you die?" I think by default, this has to go to Ghost, just because Lucius is an even worse father.
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump in and say 1,000% that homophobe Lucius Lyon. And then what kind of character is this? Like, why do we need to do this? But it goes to Ghost easily for me. That was a closed case.
Fantastic. I'm gonna actually jump in.
Okay.
And again, I will say, just pulling from my own personal experience, I came out to my dad as bisexual, and he was super cool with it.
Yes.
For that reason, I'm going with Ghost. Also, we watched the first episode of Power together, and it was very uncomfortable when they showed that sex scene. So,
a memory for you and your dad.
Exactly. Odie?
Both these fathers are trash. They're both trash people. They're trash fathers, trash husbands. Now I will say, does Terrence Howard get a little bit of a boost because of his Howard connection? H-U, you know.
Yep.
You know.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You know.
You're saying that we know. You don't know.
Yeah.
We know. All right.
I know.
I will say I might be the one outside of the ring here because I am picking Lucius Lyon only because, like, of course, both of them are terrible. Both of them are shitty parents. Both of them are homophobic. Both of them are misogynistic. Both of them are all the terrible things.
Is there
I think that the way that Ghost treated his wife, what's her name? From 3OW, I forget her name.
Yeah, Notori Naughton.
Was so bad. When he told her, I'm mourning the love of my life. Kill him.
Yeah.
Kill him right there. Where he's dead. I can't take it. It has to go.
That is the craziest
That's a
line
good
in
vote.
TV history. Like,
come on, you have to die. That's an episode of Snapped. So I'm giving it to Lucius Lyon because he was full of shit. He was terrible, but he did really love Cookie, and he tried to do his best.
Father, not husband, OD. Father.
I know, but I think that they were both terrible fathers. If there wasn't for Ghost, his child would still be alive. Okay, both of them are terrible. There's
his daughter. Oh.
We can't quantify them really because they're both fucking horrible. So you're trying to pick a bit of pig shit out of the sky.
True. And also, Ghost's child never lied about getting jumped by MAGA hats. But all right,
I was gonna say
I won't go there.
No, you could go there.
You watched the documentary.
Yeah, I feel like Mari and I we podcast. Did we podcast about that?
We did. We podcasted with
That was
Chappelle
us.
It's still a very confusing
We
thing.
don't know.
It's still very confusing.
It didn't happen. Anyway,
We're gonna keep things moving with Eli Rowan Pope from Scandal and Richard Weber from Grey's Anatomy. Just a quick summary.
I just have to say, before this, Kerry Washington is a GW George Washington University graduate. So GW, I know.
Okay, well.
Wait, I have something for this.
That is a little bit upsetting.
I agree. Traumatized.
So Eli Rowan Pope, played by Joe Morton. Eli Pope is the enigmatic and terrifying father of protagonist Olivia Pope and former head of B613, the top secret black ops organization, a master manipulator who operates from the shadows, controlling global events and people, including his own daughter, like chess pieces. Whereas
Richard Weber is the fucking chief of Gray Sloan Memorial. Okay, he has weathered the storms. He was in there as a surgeon during barely out of segregation. Okay, nobody wanted him. Everybody doubted him, but he has continued to show them, this is who I am. I'm a fucking star, and I will run the fuck out of this hospital. I don't care if there's bombs. I don't care if there's guns. I don't care if there's fucking aliens. He's doing it.
Audience note: never ask AI to do a deep dive research on characters from black shows because they will do it incompletely.
Don't ask AI anything.
Yeah, exactly. They will just drink water and do bad shit, with the exception of making Pikachu have a big ass.
Just like Trump.
We're gonna start with this time. Where does your allegiance lie?
Now, this is really hard for me.
Thank you for telling us.
These are both Shondaland figureheads. Like we can't. It's real hard. Eli Pope, I don't know why you said B613 like that before, but he was running the shit out of this fucking country. Okay? And Richard Weber running the shit out of Greystone Memorial. They're both like loving, strong father figures who really just want the best for their children. Now, Eli Pope, Olivia was his daughter. He may have sent her off to boarding school so she can be ingratiated in the space and all that. And maybe Chief Weber, he didn't even know he had a daughter. But every fucking person that came through that hall, that walked down those corridors, was his child.
Odie loves Grey's Anatomy, really.
And Scandal, both really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do too.
So where are you? Who are you choosing? And please do it quickly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it to Richard Weber. I love him so much. I love both of them. Like Papa, you can't top a Papa Pope monologue, but Richard Weber, the love that he has for everyone, whether he birthed them or fired them or not.
Okay.
You can't stop it. You can't quit. Okay. Love Richard Weber. I can't help it. That's it. That's all.
Fantastic. Mari, who are you choosing?
That was gonna be I was gonna be like, Richard Weber didn't know he had a daughter for 35 years.
Not his fault.
Not his fault.
I mean,
not his fault. And look what he did with Meredith.
It's Mari's turn.
I mean, I get Richard Weber is the teddy bear, but Eli Pope is the drill master. And his methods are very, very questionable. But the results, the proof is in the pudding. Olivia Pope is an amazing person. Now, she had to go and be traumatized to become that person.
Sure.
But I'm going to give it to Papa Pope because I think he is the better father. Horrendous father, but better. More results-oriented.
All right. I want you to keep that same energy for future rounds. Matt, who are you choosing?
I have to agree. Like, it's results-oriented thinking. I would vote for Olivia Pope any day. So, despite some questionable things that happen, but you know what? I'm going with Papa Pope, Big Papa Pope.
For this round, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go with Richard Weber. Because he was a father to everybody at the hospital, it was easy for him to transition into being a father for an actual child that he sired into someone else's vagina.
Look, whatever. We're fine. We're tied.
It's okay.
We're tied it up.
It's the first time
they both get their flowers.
Exactly. They both get their flowers, equal flowers. And that ends the TV drama fathers round. Next up, we are going with animated fathers. And who better to start off with than Mufasa from Lion King and James Rogers from Princess and the Peach.
Pierre, that's Mufasa.
Princess and the Frog.
Sorry, my bad. What did I say? I said Princess and the Peach.
Yes, you did.
It's okay. And you know what? I'm not going to edit that out. It's okay. We're going with Mufasa from The Lion King, and we're going with James Rogers from The Princess and the Frog. Both parents left a lasting imprint on their child, and both parents arguably die and leave a lasting imprint on the child. Of course, Mufasa was more so at the end of the first act, and Princess and the Frog,
right at the beginning,
right at the 5-minute mark. Mm-hmm. I think she was a black woman in that movie longer than he was on screen, and she was a frog longer than she was a black woman on screen. So, you know.
So is he a black father or is he a frog?
Well, no. Well, he never turns into a frog. He just disappears by not being around. And
human black men don't have frogs. I'm just saying.
Human black men don't have frogs. I didn't even remember him.
No,
I don't remember him.
I don't either.
Okay, so then maybe this is gonna be easy. Matt, where do you lie? With
Mufasa all day. If you're gonna save me from some hyenas, if you're gonna teach me about the circle of life, all the things that's easy, because I don't want Matt, I don't want anything to do with hyenas. So it's an open shut case. That's it.
All right, fair enough. Mari.
Yeah, I mean, this is Mufasa. He actually taught his child something. I mean, James Rogers also, I think, taught her something before he died. But Mufasa's had a presence after his death, it's Mufasa.
Yeah.
All right, Maurice.
Honestly, like an argument could be made that the Princess and the Frogfather was more effective because even though he was on screen for less time, he ingrained in her the discipline to be hardworking that lasted throughout her lifetime. However, I'm never going to scoff at somebody who can appear in clouds. I'm going with
I think for me, it's a tough choice because both these men, they're integral to their child's lives, you know, in different ways. One's a lion, one's a human, but they both said, I love my fucking child.
Mm-hmm.
I still am going to have to go with Mufasa. I mean, it's not a really...
Yeah, Mufasa's on the board.
All around.
Mufasa's all around for...
Both of them, it was crazy.
Yeah.
They died, but they still made sure their kids were like internally emotional intelligence was great.
Yeah.
But I think that everything that Mufasa came back from the fucking dead to come and talk to him. He came in because Ghost. Where was James? We never saw him again.
I'm actually going to change my answer to the Princess and the Frog Dad because Mufasa literally passed away and literally had to come from the grave to tell his son, stop fucking around and save Pride Rock. Like fucking Princess and the Frog Dad was super effective in 5 minutes and she stuck with her goals. So yeah, that's three to Mufasa, 1 to Princess.
Wait, I just have to put, I think I have to switch 2 to the Princess and the Frog because I just realized I would not categorize Mufasa as a black man. So
wait, what? No, it's okay. It's okay. Explain real quick.
No, I mean,
oh, okay. I thought it would be more nuanced, but
no.
He said he's a lion.
In Africa, in the
black man.
That's what I told people. I was telling people that a decade ago, and they said I was wrong.
No,
but they're all black.
And then you believe them, and that's where. And you know what that means?
This is America.
That's all right, they caught you slipping. We're moving on to the next round. We're gonna make this quick. We're going with Chris Gardner from The Pursuit of Happiness and John Q from John Q. And we're gonna start things off with Odie. No, wait, we started you off first. Yes. We're gonna start with Mari. Who are you going?
Why does Matt never go first? Okay,
no, I don't want to.
I'm definitely going to go. This is hard. But
moving forward, I want everyone to start the round by saying this is hard.
You know what? I'm going to go first. I don't care. Mari, get out of here. I'm going to go with John Q because John Q of John Q because here's my thing. Chris Gardner, Pursuit of Happiness, like I love the movie when it's happening, but so frustrating. Like, why are you dragging your kid through all of this mess, through the homelessness, through the jobs, all the shit he was doing? I did not appreciate that. And John Q, I also feel like iconic. I'm just going with John Q here. Yeah, that's it. I probably will change my vote.
I'm going with John Q because that man like held up a whole hospital to get his
exactly
a heart. Like
it was like out there, but exactly
he bucked against the healthcare system. He also showed the world how unfair this system was. So I'm going with John Q because I felt like he tried to make a change, not only for his son but for the system itself.
Okay, Odie.
I'm picking John Q because I feel like exactly what Matt said. You're dragging your son around. You could have gotten a job somewhere else. Finding a job is hard, but when it was like the 70s, the 80s, there was fucking construction.
It's easy back then.
Plumbing, something, right? You didn't have AI looking at your fucking application. Go find a fucking job. Leave your son out of it. John Q said, I don't care if I have to kill myself. I'm going to give my son the health care that he needs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. And that's all. So I'm picking him. Mari?
Oh yeah, I already said John Q.
She did it.
You said John Q.
Again.
Okay, Kid Licorish or Mo. I'm going with John Q for no other reason than because the more I thought about Pursuit of Happiness and the struggles that he went through, the more I realized how selfish it was for him to both keep his child but also be homeless. Like I understand the love for a parent for a child.
Okay, right.
But it's one of those things where I also look at and I'm not throwing shade, but I am questioning whenever I go into the city of, whenever I go into Manhattan and I see like those homeless dudes with dogs, and I'm like, I do understand the bond that's like there and it helps you, but like it's super weird that like you have another like living being going through the same thing that you're going through when you could do
them
help give either not they don't have to go through what you're going through, and you're doing this thing as a shared experience. There are options for the both of you. So there are options for at least one of you, maybe not the both of you, at least one of you. So I'm gonna go with John Q. How many people voted for John Q?
5 of us apparently, because Mari voted twice.
Yeah, Mari voted twice. And guess what? When elections have more votes than there are people,
this is America.
And that has been our our movie drama round. We are ending things off with this or that with our iconic music rounds, and we're going to start real quick with a classic Matthew Knowles and Joe Jackson. Honestly, do I even have to explain or put into context? One is the father of Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 and Janet Jackson, and one is the father of Beyonce and Solange Knowles. Go for, let's get this out the way just because we know how long this is going to be. Odie.
Fuck Beyonce.
All right.
It all
You mean Matthew Knowles?
The funny thing is, Beyonce's not even a nominee. And yet it all goes to Beyonce. So you're choosing Matthew Knowles. Explain why real quick.
Because of Beyonce.
Because Beyonce. That would be the title of the episode, but
because of Beyonce. We don't have to ever talk about. Listen, Michael Jackson, extraordinary talent, but Beyonce.
Sure. Never see you have that same energy for Solange. Matt, go. Matt,
I'm gonna go with Solange. Obviously Beyonce's father, Matthew Knowles. The Matts have to stick together. But like even seeing that picture of Michael Jackson there made me sad because of Joe. So no question.
Sure. Mari,
it's
come
hard.
on.
It's hard.
Come on, bring it on, Mari.
They're both terrible.
What's she about to do?
They are terrible fathers who use corporal punishment, fear, and all of that to produce children who are global superstars.
Sure.
Well,
unfortunately, I have to go with Joe Jackson just because he did that twice.
Sick.
I mean, some might argue 7 times or 6 times, but nobody cares about Tito or Jermaine or Randy.
Wow.
Joe Jackson produced Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, 2 global superstars. I'm sorry. He's a horrible father, but the production of his loins outweighs
Don't talk about his loins. Okay.
Somebody said
we got this deep in.
Somebody said something. Somebody said something. We talked about Michael Jackson, The Verdict, over on Recap Kickback. It was a great time. Go listen to us talk about that. If you do, everybody should know how I feel about Michael Jackson. Love Michael Jackson. Long story short, I know what y'all thoughts on it. Great, perfect. But somebody said that Michael Jackson has fans that aren't even born yet.
Yeah.
And that is so true. And there will never be a global superstar like that. Like Michael Jackson,
for sure,
who was a black man. A black man is the most well-known superstar in the whole entire world.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Period. Yeah. So I have to go with Michael Jackson.
And my final
that's so wrong.
Sorry, Matt. I'm gonna have to, go with Mari.
Of course you will.
Quite frankly, Michael Jackson. No, first off, Beyonce is a generational talent.
She is.
Michael Jackson is a generations challenge. You know what I mean? Like, as in, like, he literally defies multiple generations. So I'm talking. Okay, sure. Let's see if
I love Beyonce.
I support Black women.
I support Beyonce, and I agree that Beyonce is a generational talent. All I'm saying is that we will see as time goes on how many proms and every
birthday
parties and quinceañeras and bar mitzvahs are playing Beat It versus playing Love on Top.
Boom.
One last one. Kendrick versus Drake. Who are you choosing? Lightning round. We're gonna start with let's go with Odie.
Kendrick, because nobody had to force him to tell the world he has a child.
Okay, Matt, go.
Kendrick, because he does not sleep with children. Ooh.
It's fine. Mari, go.
Kendrick, because we clearly just did this to dunk on Drake.
And I'm also going with Kendrick because
you have to.
No, first off, it's not that I have to, it's that I get to. Quite frankly, the only reason why I know that Drake has a child is because of Pusha T, because of a song in which the cover art had Drake with blackface. And we don't talk about that enough.
We don't talk about Bruno, no.
Exactly. And this has been This or That. I don't have the... This or that. All right. So we're gonna keep things moving real quick. Everybody go through, choose one thing that is making you big mad.
Look, I didn't appreciate people beating the shit out of each other at the White House in my town this week. So, and nothing, I don't even have anything against UFC, but that was an issue for me. So that makes me big mad.
Mari?
The discourse surrounding Love Island has made me big mad because all these new viewers are ruining my experience.
Wow. As a new viewer who actually isn't watching anymore because it sucks. Anyway.
Odie?
Making me big mad, bureaucracy and bullshit, and people being passive aggressive to folks for no reason. Maury, small
companies that refuse to send follow-up emails that say that you didn't get chose or you got rejected for a job. It's one thing to say, oh, we went another direction. It's another thing to say after careful consideration. But if you just don't say anything, it's the equivalent of being ghosted by a corporation, and that's just wrong altogether. And we are gonna end off on the things that are making us happy.
I'm the baby merchant, tots are us. I give you all the service and no damn fuss. Give the baby merchant just a week or two. I'll have your baby for you.
I know that we're rushing, but I wanted y'all to experience the Baby Merchant.
It's a great song.
It's a really great song. We're gonna start with me. What's making me happy? One, doing this podcast with all of y'all because I love y'all. All three of y'all. Y'all are awesome. But more importantly, I feel a sense of rejuvenation. I feel like better things are coming. I feel like something positive is coming on the way, hopefully by Friday, so that I can send a massive copy and paste text to everybody that I know.
Please.
Yeah, hopefully that's what's happening. I feel optimism. Next up, Matt.
Thank you. No, I feel a lot of optimism in a lot of ways, but I'll just say one thing that makes me happy. I went to a comedy show on Sunday by Jay Jordan, who is Mississippi, bisexual, Black, all the things. His two openers are the host of the night, and then the opener also queer Black people. So it just filled my heart so much, and I'm trying to ride that wave as much as possible. So Jay Jordan is what makes me happy. Who makes me happy?
Mari.
Well, I just came back from my 10-year wedding anniversary trip. So my husband made me happy. James did a great job of booking the trip. We are now back with my kids. My kids make me happy. And I'm podcasting about the Vampire Lestat and House of the Dragon on Recap Kickback. So those are two things. Those are things that are making me very happy this week.
Fantastic. Odie?
It was my motherfucking birthday! For the rest of the summer and the next one in fucking fun!
Yes, fantastic.
The ticker tapes tomorrow. I'm going to be there.
Of course you will.
All of the things, I make myself happy because I'm fucking dope as fuck.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Doing this podcast with you makes me happy, and spending time with you, having y'all on the podcast makes me happy, and all the amazing Black podcasters we've met over the last few weeks have been making me happy. So that's it. That's all.
And that's what's making us happy.
And by the way, I just have to say, happy Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth.
Exactly.
It is Juneteenth.
All the things. Yes. So that makes me happy too.
It's Happy Bride, Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah.
We love it. Happy Black Music History Month, Happy Caribbean History Month, all the things.
Yeah, this is the blackest month. It's the gayest month. It's the dopest month. It arguably should be the official month instead of February, but we don't have time to get into that. I want to thank everybody for watching. Matt, Mari, where can we find y'all for plugs?
Well, you could find me at Matt Scotchy W on Instagram, on Blue Sky. You could also find me podcasting on The Pride Has Spoken on Rob as a Podcast, on Pod Friends on Rob as a Podcast, interviewing all sorts of fabulous people. Mari, where can the people find you?
You can find me over on Blue Sky at Mari Talks Too Much. That's too like the number 2. I'm normally over there talking about Love Island on my Blue Sky, but you can listen to more of me over on Recap Kickback. You can go to recapkickback.com to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, or you can go to youtube.com/@Recap Kickback to watch me and Chappelle talk about, like I said, the Vampire Lestat, House of the Dragon, and a whole bunch of other things over there. And then, of course, Crime Scene, me and Sarah Carradine, we talk about true crime documentaries, docuseries. So if that's something that you like, come and listen to us. You can go to, crimescenepod.com. Matt is holding up some Crime Scene merch right now. So crimescenepod.com. That's SEEN pod.com. You can subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you guys for having us.
All right, fantastic. Folks, I want to thank Matt and Mari for being on the podcast. It was a pleasure. We're going to have you back on very soon because y'all are dope and awesome. And of course, thank y'all for watching, listening, subscribing, downloading, and what have you. Until next time, take it easy, keep it sleazy. Bye.
Thanks for listening, Nerds.
Keep the show growing. Listen, comment, and download on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, or watch full episodes on YouTube.
Follow the show at Black and Snerdy.
Follow me at Licorish is Legit.
Find me at FatsOD_E on Twitter and at FatsOD.E on Instagram.
This is the Black and Snerdy Podcast,
where nerds of a feather flock together.